Joining me right now in a Fox Business exclusive is Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross. Mr. Secretary, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Good to see you, Maria. Good to see you, Maria.
So let's talk about this changing relationship with China and this move to get supply chains here. What are you going to need to do to get more companies to move their supply chains out of China so that this country is not so reliant on foreigners to make some of the very important things that we need, like prescription drugs?
Well, remember, the semiconductor was invented in the United States, but since 1987, TSMC, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, has been the leader in it. And right now, they are at the cutting edge of technology. The way you measure technology in semiconductors is by how many nanometers in size the chip is. Commodity semiconductors are up around the 11 nanometer size. Cutting edge for the moment had been 7 nanometers. This factory in Arizona will be 5 nanometers, so it will be real cutting edge. And that's what makes it so significant, because the smaller the number of nanometers, the more powerful the chip can be. So this will be a real blockbuster of a chip.
Well, how did you get them to do this in Arizona? And really what I'm asking you, Secretary, is are you going to need to come up with some kind of a tax incentive to get companies to unravel what they've got, the infrastructure they have perhaps in China, and move it to the United States? What is the incentive to do this? I'm wondering how realistic it is to move these supply chains.
Well, TSMC thinks it's realistic enough that they made the announcement. And
was there an incentive to get them to do that?
Oh, surely. The state, as it normally would, is providing some relief from some of the impediments that otherwise might have prevented them from doing so. But the most important thing about the TMC is two things. One is that they hope to bring their supply chain with them. There are about 8 key suppliers to TSMC. We're very, very hopeful
that's very
based
important,
on
yes.
Because then we'll have a vertical integration. And Arizona, since it already has Intel, already has ON Semiconductor, will now have a very powerful technology complex that we hope will be very vertically integrated, and that should facilitate even more activity. We're building a real semiconductor ecotech.
Wow, that's terrific. And to see it in Arizona is also really interesting. I want to get to the breaking news this morning. Secretary, the Commerce Department is announcing that it will amend its foreign direct product rule and the entity list to target Huawei and Huawei's acquisition of semiconductors in an effort to protect national security. Now, earlier this morning, the Commerce Department said that it's extending the temporary general license authorization of certain Huawei technology for another 90 days. But you're also warning that those benefiting should prepare for the license to expire in August. Walk us through this. What can you tell us about these new developments? How will this protect American technology and jobs? And give us a sense of the issues around Huawei, Secretary.
Sure. There has been a very highly technical loophole through which Huawei has been able, in effect, to use U.S. technology with foreign fab producers. This first rule about foreign direct product is a very highly tailored thing to try to correct that loophole and make sure that the American fab foundries are competing on an equal footing with the foreign ones. That's quite separate from the TSMC development we just talked about. And we believe that will have a very that will have a very powerful impact, because we never intended that loophole to be there. The other one about the extension for the 90 days, we've made many extensions, mainly to make sure that the rural telecoms have plenty of time in order to wean themselves from the Huawei equipment. You're aware the FCC has come out against the use of Huawei. They've specifically banning the use of federal funds to put Huawei equipment into the rural telecoms. But they also need it for maintenance and for upgrades. So we're very pleased that Congress has appropriated $1 billion to help the rural telecoms wean themselves. And now that we're giving them yet another extension, we want them to make clear to us during this extension till mid-August what they're doing to wean themselves from Huawei. So these are three unrelated developments that just happened to come out on the same day.
Well, this is a really important development, and Secretary Pompeo has told me that Huawei acts as an arm of the Chinese Communist government in terms of their surveillance, because there are back doors in Huawei equipment where data goes right back to the Communist government. So people are wondering if companies understand the threat. It sounds like you are communicating that. Secretary, it's good to see you this morning. Thank you so much, sir.